Hello, everyone. This is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. We're going to bring you a little 2nd and 10 football. I created a fun little tournament. It is my quarterback tournament. I basically went online, found a list of what's, again, it's just someone's list of the top 100 quarterbacks. From that, I took 64 quarterbacks. Pretty much used the same order they had, took a few, dropped them down out of the 64, added some into the 64. So this is a fun little tournament, and I thought this was a really fun matchup. The way I picked the season for the quarterback was off their quarterback record, and then also how, obviously, if they had a good quarterback record, the team was pretty good. And if there was a similar record within one win, if they had better statistics, I would go with that one. There's a couple of those in there, but this is just for fun. And I thought this was a really fun matchup. The 86 Giants versus the 76 Oakland Raiders, both tremendous Super Bowl victory winning teams. Ken Stabler, the quarterback for the Raiders. He has a seeding of number 25 in our little fun tournament. Phil Simms has a number 40 seed. Phil Simms had a quarterback record of 14-2, was a Super Bowl champion, as I stated. Completed 55.3% of his passes, threw for 3,487 yards in 1986. 21 touchdowns, and here's his issue in this tournament: 22 interceptions. That could come back to hurt him dearly. Ken Stabler, his quarterback record was 11-1. Mike Ray had a couple of starts in 76. The Raiders would only lose one game in 1976 to our beloved New England Patriots, who crushed them in Foxborough and got screwed in the playoffs against the Raiders. Stabler, again, his record was 11-1, Super Bowl champion. In this day and age in football, 66.7% completion, which is outstanding when you could mug the receiver. He threw for 2,737 yards, 27 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. His seed is number 25. This game will be in Oakland. Philip Reynolds, how you doing? This game is 2nd and 10. A very good card and dice simulation game brought to the PC. It's been around for a very long time. If you are interested in this game, there's a free demo for 3 days to see if you like it. Alrighty. Andrew, RW603, hope all is well. He says, I enjoy 2nd and 10 football. It's a very good game. Very good game. It's very easy to set up a tournament, so I chose this one. I like this game. Excuse me. I also like Action PC football and Pro Strategy football. All right, so let's play football. I'm just gonna call the game. The AI will coach both teams. And that pains me because I love calling plays. So let's click play. Oh, without the number 1 seed is Tom Brady, 2007 Patriots. And they have the Eagles, Ron Jaworski, 64. Marino's a number 8 seed. I'm trying to think of some really fun quarterbacks here. They're all fun quarterbacks. The number 2 seed, I think, is Mahomes. Yep. 2020 Patrick Mahomes is the 2 seed. So those are the top 2 seeds there. All right, let's play our game. If afterwards you want to see the teams and the quarterbacks at the end of the game, I'd be more than happy to go through the whole thing if you'd like. All right, so we have the 86 Giants, 76 Oakland Raiders. Kickoff next on the Al Red Sox Fan channel. Happy Saturday to one and all and beyond. Let's click play. We are at the Oakland Coliseum. AI will control both teams. You can see pretty similar, these teams, offense and defensively. I think the big issue might be Phil Simms' interception rate. All right, here's the coin toss. It is 68 degrees, cloudy and calm at the Oakland Coliseum. Who shall advance to round 2? We shall find out when this game is over. CW here. Oakland has one. No, we're playing with 2025 rules, by the way. Sorry. 2024 rules, excuse me. New York Giants won the toss and will defer to the second half. Oakland will receive. Raul Allegre to kick off for the Giants. Rick Jennings, Hubert Ginn, he was a former Dolphin, to receive. Here's the kickoff by the Giants. Jennings has it at the goal line. He'll have a 20-yard return. Fairly good coverage for the Giants. Oakland will start 1st and 10 at their 20. John Madden is their coach. Let's go to a little offensive preview here. Offensive line is a very good one. Art Shell, Gene Upshaw, Dave Dalby, George Bueller, John Vella. That's a good offensive line there. Let's look at the Giants' defense. Defensive line for the Giants, they play a 3-4. Marshall, Bird, Martin are your down 3. Your linebackers, an 86, absolutely outstanding. Carl Banks, Harry Carson, Gary Reason, and number 56, Lawrence Taylor. The defensive backfield, Mark Collins at one cornerback, Perry L. Williams at another. Your safeties are Kenny Hill, Terry Kennard. Back to the play calling. Stabler under center. Van Egan and Banaszak are your running backs. Branch, Biliknikov, the wideouts. Casper is the tight end. 1st and 10, I formation. Giants drop into a deep zone. Stabler takes his usual drop. He's going to chuck it to Biliknikov. Biliknikov catches it at the 25. He breaks away from the defender. 30, 40. He's in Giant territory, knocked out of bounds at the New York 46. So right away, Kenny Stabler hits Freddie Biliknikov for 34 yards. Andrew RW603 says, great linebackers for the Giants. Absolutely. A huge play by the Snake, the left-handed hurler, hitting Captain Stickum, Freddie Biliknikov, for 34 yards. Raiders 1st and 10 at the Giant 46. Van Egan and Davis are your backs now. Split backfield. Here comes Kenny Hill on the blitz. Stabler to throw, looking for Branch. Branch has it at the 30. Branch gets the ball. 30, 20, 10. Oh! Brought down at the Giants 6. Touchdown saving tackle by Greg Lasker. That's a pickup of 40. Kenny Stabler, 34, and now 40 yards, 74 yards in 2 tosses, leads the Raiders to a 1st and goal from the Giants 6. Kenny Stabler is the hot knife, and right now the Giants defense is the button. 1st and goal from the 6, I formation. Van Egan the up back, Banaszak behind him. Branch and Bradshaw are your wideouts. Casper the tight end. You got to look play action fake here, I think. 1st and goal from the 6. Giants keying Van Egan on the pass. It's Van Egan on the carry. He bowls forward for 3 yards. Brought down by Jim Burt and company. 2nd and goal from the Giant 3. What an opening salvo by the 1976 Oakland Raiders. We have 2nd and goal from the 3. Davis and Garrett are your backs. Stabler calls timeout. Stabler calls timeout. Didn't like what he saw. Now they change the backfield to Van Egan and Banaszak. Bradshaw, the lone wide out. 2 tight ends set. Casper and Kwalik. So it looks like they're going to ground and pound here. You got to watch out for that play action fake and possibly hitting Casper for the touchdown. So 2nd and goal from the 3. Raiders looking to punch it in. Goal line defense. It's Banaszak with the carry. No, it's a play fake. There's the toss to Casper. Touchdown, just like I called.
Touchdown, Raiders.
Banaszak, and boy, did the Giants bite. Kenny Stabler was absolutely on that drive. 77 yards for a touchdown. Toss 3 yards to Ken Stabler. Here's the kickoff, extra point, excuse me. It is good. 7-0 Raiders. Let's go to our options here. I'm looking for the music to shut that off. What a drive by the Raiders. Scrimmage sounds, team-specific sounds. Let's shut that off. And I think we're good with that. I think that shuts off the music. Back to the stadium. So 7-0 Raiders. With Stabler play action fake to Casper, 3 yards and the touchdown. That's what I thought they were going to do. That's what I thought they were going to do. Earl Mann with the extra point now will kick off. And again, we're playing 2024 rules. McConkey and Kenny Hill back deep for the Giants. Here's a kick by the Raiders. McConkey from his 10 heads towards the sidelines, driven out of bounds at the Giant 31. 1st and 10 for New York. 12:51 to play in the first quarter. 7-0 Raiders. So you have Phil Simms, the quarterback. Morris and Maurice Carthon, the running backs. Stacy Robinson, Phil McConkey, the wideouts. The tremendous tight end, Mark Bavara, for the Giants. Let's go offensive line. Giants with a good one. Benson, Ard, Oates, Godfrey, Nelson. Let's go to the Oakland defense. Oakland's down 3. John Matuzak, Dave Rowe, Otis Sistrunk. 4 linebackers for the 76 Raiders. Willie Hall, Phil Villapiano, Monty Johnson, and the Mad Stork, Ted Hendricks. Defensive backfield is outstanding. Willie Brown at one corner, Skip Thomas the other, Butch Atkins at one safety, and one of the football players I hate, Jack Tatum, at the other safety. Giants 1st and 10 from their 31. What will the Giants do here? I think it's going to probably be a handoff. That's my guess. Oakland in a standard zone. Here's Joe Morris on the carry. Morris brought down by Dave Rowe, struggled for 1 yard. He was swarmed under by the Oakland Raiders. 2nd and 9 from the Giant 32. Morris, the lone setback. Giants go 3 wide. Bobby Lee Johnson, Phil McConkey, Lionel Emmanuel. Bavaro's the tight end. I think the Raiders will pay a lot of attention to Mark Bavaro. So 2nd and 9 here. All-purpose defense for the Raiders. Manuel being covered. Sam's looking for Bobby Lee Johnson. Johnson catches it at the 44. Skip Thomas closes quickly, but that's a gain of 12. A gain of 12. Sims to Bobby Lee Johnson. The 86 Giants pick up a first down. Ball spotted at the New York 44. First quarter, 7-0 Raiders. Carthon and Lee Roussan are your split backfield for the 86 Giants. Robinson, Manuel are the wideouts. Bavaro at tight end. 1st and 10 from the Giant 44. Here, they're showing blitz. Now they drop back in coverage, doubling Bavaro. Sims looking to throw. He's throwing deep for Stacy Robinson. Broken up at the last second by Mike Reinfeld. 64 teams are in my tournament. That was the question asked by Andrew RW603. How many teams in the tournament? 64. Second and 10 now for the Giants. Morris and Carthon, your split backs. Robinson, Johnson, the wideouts. Bavaro, the usual suspect, at tight end. 2nd and 10. What will the Giants do here on 2nd and 10? Raiders playing a deep zone. Here's a snap. Sims back to pass. Under pressure from the edge. Going to scramble. Sims going to take off running. Knocked out of bounds by the chasing Otis Sistrunk. Only a gain of 2. 3rd and 8. Big moment here for the Giants. Ball at their 46. 3rd and 8. Roussan and Tony Galbraith are the backs. Galbraith, a very good receiver out of the backfield. Robinson, Manuel, Bavaro, your receivers. Obviously, Bavaro, the tight end. 3rd and 8. Deep zone. Galbraith on the screen against the zone. Galbraith has some blocking in front of him. He's going to pick up 16 yards. What a beautiful play call by Phil Sims and the Giants against that deep zone. A beautiful screen to Tony Galbraith, picking up 16, moving the chains. 1st and 10 for the Giants at the Oakland 38. Sims brings the offense to the line of scrimmage. Johnson and McCockney are the wideouts. 1st and 10. Man coverage for Oakland. Villapiano coming on the blitz. Sims under duress. Sims is dumped by Phil Villapiano. That is a 10-yard loss. Oh, boy. Phil Villapiano introducing himself to number 11, Phil Sims, and quite rudely. 2nd and 20 for the 86 Giants. Giants are going to go 3 wide with Stacy Robinson. Blitz. As OBS continues to be a pain in the ass. Hold on one moment, folks. All right, I think we're okay. What a run by Joe Morris, 17 yards. That leaves a much more manageable 3rd and 3. A much more manageable 3rd and 3 for the 86 Giants at the Oakland 31. Split backfield, Joe Morris, Maurice Carthon. Robinson, McCockney are your wideouts. Bavaro's the tight end. 3rd and 3. Sound is back. Excellent. Thank you, Andrew. 3rd and 3. Oakland looking for the short pass, showing blitz.
Flag
Here
on
comes
the play.
Villapiano. Flag is thrown. False start.
False start.
Oh!
Offense.
The Giants flinch. False start on the 86 Giants. Back up the bus, Gus. Don't need to discuss much. Just drop out the penalty. 5-yard penalty. So from a 3rd and 3, it goes to a 3rd and 8. Morris and Galbraith are the backs. 3rd and 8. Raiders look like they're playing either soft or zone. Deep zone for Oakland. It's a give to Morris. Nope, play action fake. Flag on the play. Morris, the intended receiver, broken up by Butch Atkinson.
Defense.
Oh, the Raiders are offsides. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. And we're deja vu all over again, 3rd and 3. So the yellow hanky giveth and the yellow hanky taketh away. 3rd and 3 once again. 8:35 left in the first quarter. Raiders marched right downfield on the arm of Kenny Stabler, 3 for 3, culminating with a 3-yard touchdown pass to Casper, the tight end. Not too friendly of a ghost for the Giants. 3rd and 3. Sims brings the O-line and the offense to the line of scrimmage. Morris and Carthon, the splitbacks. Robinson, Bobby Lee Johnson, the wideouts. Bavaro, the tight end. Yeah, you think a little play action fake here, maybe to Bavaro. Oakland, zone. Sims gives it to Morris. No, it's a play fake. Looking for Bavaro. Bavaro makes the catch. 5 yards.
First
He
down.
took a pop from Ted Hendricks. Gets up smiling at the Stork. What a conversion there. Play action fake. Short pass to Bavaro. All-pro tight end. Big conversion for the Giants. 1st and 10 for New York at the Oakland 26, trying to tie this game at 7. Galbraith in the backfield now, along with Morris. Sims will take the snap. Man-to-man coverage for the Raiders. Sims under duress. Scrambling. Throws for Bobby Lee Johnson. Johnson jumps, but can't make the catch. Raiders got pressure on Phil Sims. 2nd and 10 for the Giants and Sims from the Oakland 26. Morris the lone setback. Giants go 3 wide. Robinson, Johnson, Manuel. Bavaro the tight end. 2nd and 10. Will it be a draw? I'm sensing draw. Raiders standard set. Doubling Bavaro. It's a run by Little Joe Morris. Morris picks up 6 tough yards. Man, get that little running back Burrow. Makes it 3rd and 4. Giants stick with the 3 wide setup. 3rd and 4. Sims under center. About 7 minutes to play in the first quarter. 7-0 Raiders. 3rd and 4. All-purpose defense for Oakland. They're watching for the run. Sims looks to toss it. Long to Stacy Robinson. Robinson makes the catch. Touchdown! Giants! Phil Sims answers Stabler in the touchdown drive with one of his own. Sims 4 of 6, 53 yards and a touchdown toss to Stacy Robinson. We are an Raul Allegre extra point away from tying this game at 7. Outstanding drive to answer the scoring drive of the 76 Raiders. Allegre for the extra point.
Good.
It's good, but tied at 7 with 7:03 left in this first quarter. What a quarter of football. Allegre to kick off. Again, we're playing with 2024 rules in this tournament. Carl Garrett, I believe a former Patriot, and Hubert Ginn, I believe a former Dolphin, back deep for the Raiders. Here's the kickoff by Raul Allegre. Garrett at the Oakland 3. A beautiful return of 27 yards before he's knocked out of bounds. So the Raiders will start 1st and 10 at their 30. 6:54 left in the first quarter. We're knotted at 7 here at the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. Stabler was 3 for 3 on that first drive, culminating with the touchdown toss to Dave Casper. Van Egan and Banaszak I formation. Van Egan the upback. Branch, Mike Ciani the wideouts, Casper the tight end. 1st and 10. What will Stabler and the Raiders do here? Run blitz by the Giants. Stabler looking to go deep. Branch. Terry Kennard tips it away. Oh, Stabler hung that a little too much. Need a little more zip on that. Stabler claps his hands. 2nd and 10 from the Oakland 30. Van Egan and Clarence Davis are the split backs. Branch, Biliknikoff the wideouts. Casper the tight end. Giants look like they're playing off a bit of those wideouts. 2nd and 10. Soft man coverage for the Giants. Watching Van Egan for a possible pass. Stabler looking. It's a draw to Van Egan. Mark Van Egan picks up a block by Vela. Van Egan burrows for 5. Brought down by the defensive back Herb Welch. That will make it 3rd and 5 for Oakland at their 35. Raiders go back to an I formation. Van Egan the upback, Banaszak behind him. Stabler, the lefty, under center. 3rd and 5 from the Oakland 35. Giants playing pass defense. Giants. Stabler looks to try to stick it to Casper. Kenny Hill bats the ball away. Oh, that was a risky pass by the snake, the lefty Kenny Stabler. Giants defense holds on this drive. They will force a Ray Guy punt. Phil McConkey, say that 10 times fast, is back to receive the punt. Ray Guy to do the punting. An excellent punter. He'll punt from about his 20. Captain Fantastic has joined us in the booth. We await his eruption of barking. Here's the punt. Guy to punt for Oakland. It's a high punt. McConkey fields at the Giant 29. It's a good 7-yard return. No, Captain Fantastic. Stop. The Giants had to punt. I know you like the Giants. And now, Nurse Teresa will banish Captain Fantastic to upstairs. Thank you very much to my lovely wife, Nurse Teresa. I love you too. I shall. Thank you. As she says, enjoy my game. All right. 7-7 game, 5:53 left in the first quarter. Captain Fantastic has been banished. I love Jax, a.k.a. Captain Fantastic. But he gets very excited with sports. All right, 1st and 10 for Phil Simms and the Giants. Split backfield, Joe Morris, Maurice Carthon. Wide out, Stacy Robinson, Phil McConkey. And Bavaro's the tight end. What will Simms and the Giants do here on 1st down and 10 from the 36? Raiders in a 2-deep zone. Simms takes his usual drop. Looking downfield for Stacy Robinson. This will be picked up. And Willie Brown makes the pick. He's over the 40. He crosses midfield. Looking to go coast to coast. But he is finally tripped up. Willie Brown picks off Phil Simms. And if you're with the pregame, we said that could be the downfall for Phil Simms and the Giants, the amount of interceptions that he threw in 1986. What a play by old man Willie Brown. A pickoff return of 22 yards gives Kenny Stabler and the Oakland Raiders beautiful field position. 1st and 10 at the Giant 42 with 5:44 to play in this first quarter. We're tied at 7. As World's Worst Gamer has joined us, and woof woof back to Captain Fantastic. Stabler and the Raiders go with a single back. This is wild. Pete Banaszak, the lone running back. They're going to go 3 wide. Branch, Biliknikoff, and Bradshaw. You got to watch Branch and Bradshaw. They're excellent deep threats. Casper's the tight end. Banaszak's not bad fielding it out of the backfield himself. 1st and 10. Giants standard man coverage. Now they're coming with a blitz. Stabler, the pocket collapses. The snake scrambles, throws, flares it to Banaszak. Banaszak makes the catch at the 42. Banaszak's got the running room. 40, 30. There goes Pete Banaszak before he's brought down by the defensive back, Terry Perry. It is a gain of 25, and that's what Kenny Stabler can do. The magical lefty snake. Pressure came upon him, and the snake did his squirming. Flares it to Banaszak, the veteran, who beautifully picks up 25 yards. 1st and 10 for the Oakland Raiders at the Giants 17. Raiders trying to capitalize on the interception thrown by Phil Simms. The pickoff was made by Brown of the Raiders. I formation now. Van Egan back in the game. He's the up back. Banaszak, who just had that flare pass for 25 yards, catching his breath. He's the second back behind Van Egan. I formation, 1st and 10 from the Giants 17. Giants standard set. They're doubling Biliknikoff. It's Van Egan with the carry. Van Egan burrows for 4. Tough run by Mark Van Egan. 2nd and 6 for the Raiders. Under 5 to play in this first quarter. Ball at the Giant 13. Now it's a split backfield of Van Egan and Davis. Biliknikoff and Bradshaw are your wideouts as usual. Dave Casper, the tight end. He has a touchdown reception in this game. 2nd and 6 for Oakland at the New York 13. It's a run blitz by the Giants. Stabler gets a snap. Play fake to Van Egan. Instead, it's an end around to Bradshaw. Bradshaw has some blockers to the outside, but what a play by Eric Howard, who knifes through those blockers. limiting Bradshaw to, I believe, 2 yards. Yes, 2 yards. It's 3rd and 4 now. Giants trying to, at worst, give up a field goal attempt. The ball is spotted at the New York 11. Van Egan and Davis are split backs. Stabler calls for silence. He's under center. Giants look like they're in a standard coverage here. We'll find out in a moment. Tight coverage for the Giants. King Van Egan on the pass. Clarence Davis will get the carry. Brought down by Lasker. Gain of 3. 4th and 1. What will John Madden do here? Will he go for it? John Madden says this is tournament play. We come here to win, to advance. John Madden forgoes a short field goal. 4th and about a yard, maybe just less than a yard. Ball spotted at the Giant 8. Stabler in the offense, stay on the field. John Madden says, go, baby, go. Van Egan and Davis are split backs. There's only one wide out. Cliff Branch, Casper, and Ted Kwalik are your 2 tight end set. Remember, in a similar situation, they went play action pass to Casper for a touchdown from, I believe it was the Giants 3. So a big 4th and probably less than a yard here. Giants in a 3-4. Neutral defense. Casper being double covered. Stabler back to pass. Stabler, plenty of time looking around. Quick toss to Kwalicki. He pulls it down at the 6. Gains 2. So Stabler initially was looking for his first tight end. Casper, great blocking by that tremendous Oakland Raider offensive line. Stabler went through his progressions, hits the backup tight end, Kwalik, for 2 yards, but that was enough to move the chains and make it 1st and goal for the 76 Raiders at the Giants 6. I formation. Banaszak is the second back, Carl Garrett the up back. Will they give it to Pete Banaszak? I formation. Giants expecting the pass, playing bump and run. They're watching Garrett for a possible pass. Stabler looking for Biletnikoff. Oh, Harry Carson. Beautiful play by the linebacker of the 86 Giants. Got his fingers on that one. It looked like a touchdown toss, but Harry Carson broke it up. 2nd and goal for the Raiders at the Giants 6. Now it's Van Egan and Davis in the backfield. Branch and Mike Siani, the wideouts. Casper getting a breather on the sidelines. Ted Kwalik, who made that big 4th down reception on the field. 2nd and goal for the Raiders. Giants in a standard defense, looking for Van Egan. It's a counter to Clarence Davis! Brought down by Terry Kennard, gain of 3. 3rd and goal. The Giants really standing tough here. They're placing the ball at the New York 3. About 2 minutes to play in this first quarter. We're knotted at 7. And freaking Windows 10, go to hell. That was awesome. We love getting those. Just pop up when the hell they want. Windows 11 is even effing worse. All right, so that was brought to you by Windows 10. There you go, Windows 10. You gotta love it. Love when that shit just pops right up. All right, 3rd and goal from the 3. Van Egan, Rick Jennings sees his first action. I formation, Van Egan's the up back. Branch, Biletnikoff, Casper. Well, those are the dudes you can throw to. 2 wideouts and Casper's the tight end. 3rd and goal from the 3. Giants doubling Casper. They're tied up on the receivers. Play action fake to Van Egan. It's a toss. Stabler looking for Jennings. Now he goes to Biletnikoff. Touchdown! Flag on the play. Flag on the play. What happened?
Flagrant face mask. Defense.
Face mask on the Giants. It's a touchdown. It stands. The penalty will be assessed on the point after try. So it is 13-7, and oh my Lord. Now they decide. It looked like John Madden was going to go for 2. Instead, they'll go for the Earl Mann chip shot extra point. It is good. 14-7. Stabler. Play action fake all day in the world. Goes through progressions. Hits Biletnikoff in the end zone for a touchdown. Let's quickly look at Stabler's numbers. They've been absolutely outstanding. 6 of 9, 107 yards, 2 touchdowns. 1 touchdown toss to Biletnikoff, the other one to Dave Casper. So the Giants, a horrific interception leads to the Raiders taking the lead. Again, we're playing with 2024 rules. Earl Mann to kick off. Phil McConkey back deep along with Kenny Hill. Giants trail by 7. Here's the kickoff by Earl Mann. McConkey fields it at the 8. Trying to go up the middle. McConkey breaks through. Met at the 32. He's hit! He fumbles! There's a pig pile! The man scramble! Who's got the pigskin? Oh, Terry Ford saves the day for the 86 Giants. They could have had back-to-back turnovers, and that would have given the Oakland Raiders another golden opportunity. Raging on the sidelines of the 86 Giants is Coach Bill Parcells. Boy, you don't want to stand next to him right now. Phil Simms under center. Morris and Carthon are your splitbacks. Robinson and Johnson the wideouts. All-pro tight end Mark Bavaro on the field. Here we go. 1st and 10 for Phil Simms and the Giants. Raiders standard set. They're expecting Morris to carry. Morris. It's picked up by Villapiano! Oh, boy, did Phil Villapiano read that. They try to go with a medium pass to Joe Morris, and Villapiano easily jumped that route. Another interception by Phil Simms. Again, if you're just joining us, I said the downfall of the 86 Giants in this game could be the rate that Phil Simms throws interceptions. And so far that is holding true with my prognostication. I'm going to take a sip of Gatorade. 1:43 left in the first quarter. Raiders 14, Giants 7. The Snake back on the field. He has tossed 2 touchdown passes, one to Casper, one to Biletnikoff. Van Egan and Banaszak I formation. Biletnikoff, Siani the wideouts. Ted Kwalik the tight end. Giants standard zone defense. Van Egan to get the carry. Van Egan picks up 3 tough yards. 2nd and 7 for the Raiders at the New York 44. Now we have a split backfield of Davis and Garrett. Branch and Biletnikoff are the wideouts. Casper back on the field. 2nd and 7 for the Raiders. Giants 2 deep zone. It's a medium pass out of the backfield to Clarence Davis. Davis has a catch at the 39. Gary Reasons makes the tackle, but it's a gain of 11. Raiders move the chains. Kenny Stabler is picking this 86 defense apart here in the first quarter. 44 seconds left in quarter number 1. Raiders 14, Giants 7. Oakland looks to add more. 1st and 10 from the New York 33. I formation. Giants standard man coverage, doubling Branch. Van Egan has the carry, picks up another 3 yards towards the outside, pushed out by the Giant Eric Howard. 2nd and 7. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Van Egan, Rick Jennings are your I formation running backs. Branch and Biletnikoff the wideouts. Casper the tight end. 2nd and 7. Giants drop into a 2 deep zone. Medium pass to Biletnikoff. Intercepted! Is it intercepted? Yes! Perry Allen Williams gets a great block to the outside. 20, 30, 40. Passing midfield. Trying to go coast to coast. Finally brought down by the Raider pursuit. But it is a huge interception by Perry L. Williams. He picked up 46 yards on the pick, and that might just keep the Giants in this game. Oh, boy. Coach Madden pulling his hair on the sidelines. Stabler makes his first mistake. 9 seconds left in the first quarter. 14-7 Raiders. Giants, after the interception and return, have it 1st and 10 on the Oakland 43. The lone setback is Joe Morris out of Syracuse. Phil Simms under center. Robinson, Johnson, McConkey. God, I hate saying that name. are the 3 wideouts. Bavaro's the tight end. Final play, most likely, of the first quarter. Neutral defense for Oakland. Looking for Morris to carry. Flag on the play. False start.
Offsides.
Oh, offsides.
Offense.
Oh, that's a wideout lining up in the wrong position. Raiders fans cheer that. That's a 5-yard penalty. It's going to be 1st and 15. Still 9 seconds left. 1st and 15. Lee Roussan now comes into the game. Morris goes out. So Roussan the setback. 3 wideouts. Run defense for Oakland. Roussan is the ball carrier. Roussan is smothered by John Mutuzak. They were keying Lee Roussan. That's a hell of a roll, the 12-2-3-1. But when you're keying that back, it is a swoosh. That makes it 2nd and 14. Morris back on the field. Roussan goes off. Raiders looking either in a zone or soft coverage here on 2nd and 14. Deep zone for Oakland. Sims looking to throw. Pump fakes. Now he's going deep to Bavaro. Bavaro is open. But Phillips gets there just by the hair of his chinny chin or the hair of his fingertips, breaking up a touchdown toss to Mark Bavaro. Now the Giants have a 3rd and 14 with 14:48 left in the first half. Oakland 14, the New York Giants 7. A big 3rd and 14. Giants trying to capitalize after the interception from the arm of Stabler. Roussan the lone setback. Robinson, Johnson, McConkey are the wideouts. Bavaro's the tight end. I'm going to assume they're going to double Bavaro. Well, it looks like they're playing a deep zone here. Oakland in a deep zone, extra defensive back. Play fake to Roussan. Sims looking. It's going to be a toss deep to Bavaro! And Skip Thomas breaks it up. Oh, wow. Sims thought he had Bavaro. Bavaro thought he had a touchdown. But Skip Thomas is none shall pass, forcing the Giants to send out the punt team. This is the Giants' first punt. Sean Landeta to do the punting. Neil Colsey back to receive around his 5 for the Raiders. Landeta looking to pin the Raiders back. Oakland lets it roll. That not the best punt by Landeta. It's only a punt of 25 yards. Oakland starts 1st and 10 from their 22. Stabler, 2 touchdown tosses and an interception. I formation. Carl Garrett, the up back. Pete Banaszak behind him. Biliknikov, Bradshaw, your wideouts. Biliknikov, outstanding. Casper at tight end, outstanding. 1st and 10. What will the Raiders do here? Standard man coverage for the Giants. Now it's a blitz. Banaszak on the carry. Banaszak tries to get to the outside. Excellent lateral defensive coverage by the Giants. Limits Pete Banaszak to 1 yard. 2nd and 9. Good job by Greg Lasker of the 86 Giants. 2nd and 9 for Oakland from their 23. Van Egan and Clarence Davis are the split backs. Stabler under center. Giants in a deep zone. Stabler looking to throw. Oh, he's got a zip to Casper. Casper makes the catch at the 40. Brought down by Herb Welch, but it is a gain of 20. The Snake hooks up with the ghost. Oakland moves the chains. 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their 43. Oakland 14. The New York Giants 7. 13-14 to play in this first half. Van Egan, Banaszak in an I formation. 1st and 10. Stabler looking against a neutral defense for the Giants. Doubling branch. It's a run to Banaszak. Banaszak picks up a couple of tough yards. Good D by the Giants. 2nd and 8 for the Raiders from the Oakland 45. Under 13 to play in the first half. Davis comes on the field at running back. 2nd and 8 for Stabler and the Raiders. Giants in a deep zone. Stabler looking to Branch. Branch makes the catch at the Giant 45, immediately tackled by Collins. So Stabler and Branch, as they saw something, they changed the route. It's a gain of 10, 1st down, Oakland at the New York 45. Stabler. What will he call here on 1st and 10? Split backfield. Giants in a 2-deep zone. Here's the snap. Stabler drops back. He's going to chuck it to Biletnikoff. Biletnikoff makes the catch at the 36. It's a gain of 9. Tackle made by Tom Flynn. So Stabler coming back with a vengeance after throwing that interception. 2nd and 1. Raiders could pretty much run anything here. Van Egan, Hubert Ginn are in the backfield. Biletnikoff, Siani the wideouts. Casper at tight end. Giants playing soft man coverage, doubling Biletnikoff. Dalby snaps it to Stabler to give to Ginn. And Ginn pounds for 6 yards. The fresh legs of the former Dolphin, Hubert Ginn, picks up 6 yards, 1st and 10. Under 11 to play in this first half. Raiders 14, Giants 7. Raiders looking to add to that score. Ball placed at the New York Giant 30. I formation for Oakland. On 1st and 10, Giants playing a neutral defense, doubling Casper. Van Egan will get the carry. Mark Van Egan tries to go outside. Lateral pursuit brings him down. Only a 1-yard gain for Mark Van Egan out of Colgate. 2nd and 9 for the Raiders. Stabler brings the offense to the line of scrimmage on 2nd and 9. Ball placed at the Giant 29. Man coverage by the Giants. Watching for a flare pass to Van Egan. It's Clarence Davis off tackle for 5. 3rd and 4. The way that Stabler crosses up that Giants defense. Big 3rd and 4 here for both these squads. Banaszak, Van Egan in the I formation. Van Egan the upback. Branch and Siani the wideouts. Casper the tight end. 3rd and 4. Giants. Neutral defense, doubling Casper. It's a toss to Siani. Siani makes the catch. Brought down by Kenny Hill. It's a gain of 12.
1st down.
There is no stopping Kenny Stabler. 1st and 10 at the Giant 12. A 1st down can be achieved at the New York 2. Van Egan and Davis are your setbacks. Ted Qualick comes in at tight end. Casper gets a breather. 1st and 10. Giants, neutral defense, keying the run, and Van Egan. Van Egan with the carry. Van Egan, 3 tough yards. 2nd and 7 for the Raiders at the Giant 9. About 8 minutes to play in this first half. Raiders up 14-7, looking to add more. Van Egan and Ginn are the backfield. Branch, Biletnikoff the wideouts. Casper is the tight end. I formation for the 76 Raiders. Giants all-purpose defense, doubling Casper. Van Egan out of the backfield makes the catch. And Williams makes the tackle at the 1. Oh, I thought Van Egan got in, but it's going to be 1st and goal for the 76 Raiders. They're looking to punch it in. Giants playing goal line. What will happen here? 2 tight end set. Casper and Qualick. Branch the lone wideout. Van Egan the upback. Banaszak behind him. Will they sneak it with Stabler? 1st and goal. Giants playing the run. Keying Banaszak. Banaszak to get the carry. And Banaszak is bamboozled by Pepper Johnson, and he took a tremendous shot. He's being helped to the sidelines. What a shot that Pepper Johnson put on Banaszak. Pepper Johnson laid the pepper on Pete Banaszak. David Zielinski has joined us here at the Oakland Alameda Coliseum. Hope all is well, David Zielinski. What a battle we have here between the 86 Giants and the 76 Raiders. 2nd and goal from the 2 now. Van Egan the split backfield with Clarence Davis. Branch the wideout. 2 tight end sets still for the Raiders. 2nd and goal from the 2. Giants looking to stop the run. Keen Banaszak. Stabler back to pass. It's going to be a touchdown. Quick toss to Branch. Can he get in? Yes! What a move! The defensive back in like Flynn. Stabler 3 touchdown tosses now. 20-7 Raiders. Holy cow. Earl Mann for the extra point. The kick is up and good. 21-7 Oakland. Kenny Stabler absolutely destroying this 86 Giants defense. Kenny Stabler sick of hearing about Tom Brady and Dan Marino. And sure as hell doesn't give a crap about Phil Simms. He says he's the best. Earl Mann to kick off. We're using 2024 rules. Phil McConkey back deep with Kenny Hill. 7:31 left in the first half. Giants need to put up a score here. Here's the kickoff. Hill from the Giant 2. Hill only manages 11 yards. What kick coverage by a revved up Oakland Raider team of 1976. Phil Simms and the Giants start 1st and 10 from the 13. Morris alone setback. Giants are going 3 wide here. Bavaro's the tight end. What will Phil Simms and the Giants do here? Oakland standard set. Keying Morris on the run. Morris out of the backfield makes the catch at the 19. Atkinson on the tackle, but to gain the 15. First down. So here's Phil Simms and the Giants. 1st and 10 from their 26. Offense to the line of scrimmage. Still a 3 wide out set. Standard defense for Oakland. Keying Morris. But Simms is going to throw again. Morris out of the backfield. Morris makes the catch at the 34. That's a gain of 15 as he goes out of bounds. So Phil Simms using Joe Morris out of the backfield to exploit this Raiders defense. The ball is now set at the Giant 41. Clock has stopped. 6:18 to play in the first half. The 1976 Oakland Raiders 21. The 1986 Giants 7. Giants go to a more standard offensive set for the time period. Split backs of Morris and Carthon. Robinson, Bobby Lee Johnson are the wideouts. Mark Bavaro is the tight end. 1st and 10 for the Giants. Oakland in a deep zone. Extra defensive back. Medium pass to Bavaro. It's a difficult throw to make. Incomplete. Good coverage by that zone defense of the Oakland Raiders. 2nd and 10 now. Giants go 3 wide. Lone setback Joe Morris. Bavaro's the tight end. 2nd and 10. Raiders man-to-man coverage. Extra defensive back. And now here comes a handoff to Morris. Picks up 4. It was a delayed blitz by the Raiders. I think that was an audible by Simms. That leaves a much more manageable 3rd and 6. About 5 minutes to play in this first half. 3rd and 6 for the Giants at their 45. Morris and Tony Galbraith are the backs. Galbraith, excellent receiver out of the backfield. Simms barks out the signals. He'll take the snap. It's a pass. Double coverage. Simms looking around. Throws to Stacy Robinson. Broke up by that son of a bitch, Jack Tatum. Holy cow, I didn't know who the hell had the ball on that one. They even fooled me. So on a 4th and 6, the Giants will punt. Sean Ladetta hoping for a much better punt than last time. Neil Cozy back to receive for the Raiders. Here's the punt. It's an excellent punt this time by Landeta. Oakland lets it roll. And the official blows it dead at the Raider 4. Landeta with a 51-yard punt and no return. 5:20 left in the first half. 1976 Raiders 21, the 1986 Giants 7. Stabler so far 13 of 17, 3 touchdowns and a pick. Simms 6 of 14, 81 yards, a touchdown and 2 picks. Banaszak and Garrett, your split backs. As the ball is on the Oakland 4, shadow their own end zone. What will the Raiders do here? All-purpose defense for the Giants, expecting Garrett for the carry. Garrett does get the carry. Picks up 3 tough yards, brought down by Robbie Jones. 2nd and 7. Under 5 to play in the first half. Van Egan and Davis are your backs now. 2 deep zone for the Giants. Van Egan gets the carry. Van Egan's going to have a good run of 5 yards. Burrowing, battering his way forward. The Colgate graduate. That leaves a 3rd and 2 and about 4 minutes to play in this first half. Oakland 21, the Giants 7. Stabler under center on this 3rd and 2. Tight coverage by the Giants, doubling Casper. Van Eegen gets the carry. Van Eegen gets the first down. It's a tremendous effort by Van Eegen. Refused to lose, says Mark Van Eegen. 4 tough yards, keeps his legs churning. First down, Raiders. Ball spotted at the Oakland 16. Stabler under center on 1st and 10. Here comes a run blitz. Stabler looking to throw. Medium pass to Casper. Casper makes the catch at the 25. Welch tackles him. It's a gain of 9. Stabler having a game of games. 2nd and 1. Under 3 to play. I formation. Van Eegen the up back. Banaszak behind. What will the Raiders do here? Giants doubling Van Eegen, doubling Biletnikoff. It's a pass to Casper. Casper has it at the 33. Kennard makes the catch, but it's a gain of 8. Flag on the play.
Pass interference. Offense.
Oh, offensive pass interference on Dave Casper nullifies the first down. John Madden pulling at his hair once again. Boos from the Raiders fans at the Coliseum. That now makes it 2nd and 11. For the Raiders at their 15. Giants in a deep zone. Extra defensive back. Stabler looking. Crossing pattern. Casper makes the catch at the 23. Kennard brings him down with a leg tackle. Gain of 8. 3rd and 3 now for the Raiders. 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. Ball is at the Oakland 23. Both teams have their full allotment of 3 timeouts. Let's just look at Kenny Stabler statistically. 15 of 19 against a tremendous 86 Giants defense. 196 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. In the battle of quarterbacks, Phil Simms, 6 of 14, 81 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. If you're just joining us, I said the difference in this game could be the amount of interceptions that Phil Simms threw in 86. 1 more interception, then touchdown. Here we go, 3rd and 3. We come out of the 2-minute warning. Davis and Garrett are the setbacks in a split backfield for the Raiders. Branch, Biletnikoff, the wideouts, Casper's the tight end. 3rd and 3. Man-to-man coverage for the Giants. Now they show blitz. Here comes Hedden. Play fake to Davis. The toss to Casper. Casper makes the catch.
First down.
Marquand, 1976 has joined us. Hope all is well. He says Alcoa presents fantastic finishes. I love that. 1st and 10. First half coming to a conclusion. Raiders have the ball at the 30. Parcells has an extra defensive back. It's a pass to Davis out of the backfield. Great play by Elvis Patterson to make that catch. Looked like Davis was going to have some running room. But a great tackle by Elvis Patterson to limit him to 5 yards. Timeout, Giants. No, Oakland. Oakland calls timeout, excuse me. They have 1 left. 2nd and 5 for the Raiders at the 35. Giants in a 2-deep zone with an extra defensive back. Stabler in the pocket, looking. Looks for an out to Branch. Knocked away by Perry Williams. Williams was trying for his 2nd interception. 3rd and 5 for the Raiders. 1:30 left in the first half. Oakland 21, New York 7. 3 wide out set now for Oakland. Branch, Biletnikoff, Siani. Casper's the tight end. Banaszak, the lone setback. Stabler under center. Giants in a deep zone. Stabler back to pass. Looking. Throws a flag pattern to Casper. Broken up by Terry Kennard. That will force a Ray Guy punt. Phil McConkey, a name that will haunt me, is back to receive. Former chopper pilot in the Army, I believe. It's a decent punt by Guy. McConkey fields it, only picks up 3. 39-yard punt. So what do you do here if you're Phil Simms and the Giants? 1:15 left in the first quarter. You've thrown 2 picks and a touchdown. You trail by 14. You got to try to get in scoring position here, I think. Giants go 3 wide with Robinson, Johnson, Manuel. Bavaro's the tight end. Morris the lone setback. Looks like the Raiders with an extra defensive back playing a zone. Oakland, nickel package, deep zone. Sims gets the snap. Drops back to pass. Sims to Bobby Lee Johnson at the 37. Brought down by Villapiano. Gain of 8. Clock going tick, tick, tick. And the Giants use their first timeout. That was a gain of 8. 2nd and 2 for New York at the Giant 37. 3 wide out set. Raiders, standard man coverage. Now here comes Monty Johnson on the blitz. They're doubling Bavaro. Sims, very little time. He scrambles. Sims gets around the edge. He heads upfield. 10 yards. Willie Hall makes the tackle. First down. Did he get out of bounds? No. The Giants use their second timeout. 1 left in the Giants' pocket. 1st and 10 for New York at the 47. Raul Allegre warms his leg on the sidelines. Giants hoping for a touchdown, but at worst, they want a field goal. They need points. Giants 3 wide out set. Raiders look like to be in a deep zone with an extra defensive back. No one's open. Sims looking. Now to Morris. He makes the catch. It's a gain of 15 as he steps out of bounds. Great blocking by the Giants O-line gave Phil Sims all day in the world. He hits Joe Morris out of the backfield towards the sidelines, 15 yards. Morris goes out of bounds, keeps that timeout in play for the New York Giants. Ball at the Oakland 38, 43 seconds left. In the first half, Oakland 21, New York 7. 3 wide out set once again for Sims and the Giants. Raiders neutral defense. Bavaro facing double coverage. Sims back to pass. Sims looking for Stacy Robinson on a square out. Broken up by Skip Thomas. 2nd and 10. 36 seconds left. Giants at the Oakland 38. Morris in the backfield. Oakland all-purpose defense. Doubling Johnson. Sims looking. Now he's going to go to Stacy Robinson. Complete at the 4. Touchdown! Unbelievable! Phil Sims.
Flag on the play.
Oh, Nelly, there's a flag. Hold on. What is it?
Flagrant face mask. Defense.
Oh, the touchdown will count. Face mask on the Raiders. Phil Sims claps his hands, puts his arms in the air. And the Giants are back in this ball game. 2nd touchdown toss to Stacy Robinson. It's now 21-13. What blocking by that Giant offensive line. Allegre for the extra point. The snap, the place, the kick. It is good. So the Giants close to within 21-14. The Giants will get the kickoff in the second half. What a clutch drive by Phil Sims and the New York Giants. 28 seconds left. And what's been a hell of a first half of football here at the Oakland Coliseum between the 1986 Giants and the 1976 Oakland Raiders. Al Davis says, just win, baby, just win. So Allegre, again, we're playing with 2024 rules. Puts it down. Garrett and Ginn are back deep for the Raiders. Here's the kickoff. Fielded by Garrett at the Oakland 6. Garrett dashes up the sidelines, cuts back towards the middle, tripped up at the 35. It is a 29-yard return. 17 seconds left for the Raiders. They have a timeout. Will they go deep down the middle, call timeout, and try to get Earl Mann on the field for a field goal attempt? They're up by 7. Banaszak the setback. Branch, Biliknikov, Siani the wideouts. Kasper's the tight end. Stabler's thrown 3. Stabler just takes a knee. And that ends the second quarter. That is a wise move, my friends. So after a half of football, nothing's been decided. The 1976 Raiders 21. The 86 New York Giants 14. Let's give you the quarterback stats because it's a quarterback tournament. Phil Sims, 9 of 18. That's 50%. 142 yards, 2 picks, 2 touchdowns. Ken Stabler, 17 of 23. Giants started to slow him down as the first half was coming to an end. 208 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. Leading rusher for the Raiders, Van Egan, 9 carries, 31 yards. For the Giants, Joe Morris, 4 carries, 28 yards. Touchdown receptions by Casper, Branch, and Biliknikov for the Oakland Raiders. Casper has 5 receptions for 47 yards. Branch has 52 yards on 3 receptions. For the Giants, it's been Sims and Robinson, 2 receptions, 2 touchdowns to Stacy Robinson, 58 yards. And his long was 38 for a score. The Giants deferred in the first half. They will receive the kick now. Earlman will kick to Phil McConkey and Kenny Hill. Here's the kickoff by Earlman. It's going to be a touchdown. So the Giants 1st and 10 from their 30 to start off the third quarter, trailing by 7. Morris and Galbraith are your split backs. Sims under center. Bobby Lee Johnson along with Lionel Emanuel, the wideouts. Mark Bavaro, the tight end. 1st and 10. Raiders in a 3-3-5. So they have an extra cornerback on the field. Looks like they're doubling. We'll see who they're doubling someone to the top of the screen. We'll find out in a moment. Nickel package. Doubling Johnson and Bavaro. Sims to throw to Johnson. Flag on the play. Pass is tipped away by Monty Johnson. Did he get there too soon?
Holding. Defense.
Holding on the defense. That's a first down. 5-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. Automatic first down.
First down.
Wasn't a pass interference though. 1st and 10 for the Giants at their 35. 3 wide out set. Sims under center. Oakland standard man coverage. Now here comes a blitz. Sims back to pass. Sims looking for Phil McConkey. McConkey makes the catch at the Oakland 45. Eludes the first defender. Brought down by Skip Thomas. But it's a gain of 29. Little Phil McConkey helicopters his way to 29 yards on the pass thrown by Phil Sims. 1st and 10 for the 1986 Giants at the Oakland 36. Giants trying to tie this game. It's 21-14. Oakland. 3 wide out set. Oakland now goes to a zone, it looks like, with an extra defensive back. Oakland, deep zone. Sims gives it to little Joe Morris. Little Joe Morris pops to the outside for 4 yards. 2nd and 6 for the 1986 Giants, trying to tie this game on the opening drive of the third quarter. Raiders 21, the New York Giants 14. Ball at the Oakland 32. Morris and Carthon are your splitbacks. 2nd and 6. Oakland neutral defense. Keying Morris on the run. Little Joe gets the carry. Little Joe, short side of the field, struggles for a yard. Good pursuit by the Raiders. That will bring up 3rd and 5. Looks like Oakland's going with an extra defensive back, a 3-3-5, against the Giants' 3 wide out set. Morris the setback, Sims under center, 3rd and 5. Zone defense, pressure from the edge. Sims goes to scramble, flag on the play. Lateral move holds Sims to a couple of yards.
Offense.
Oh, holding on the offense. Sims was running for his life for Charlie Brown instead of 4th and 2. The Raiders accept the penalty and make it 3rd and 15. Ball is moved back to the Oakland 41. 12:38 left in the third quarter. A promising drive could come to an end for the Giants. Morris the setback, Robinson, Johnson, Manuel the wideouts, Bavaro's the tight end. The Raiders on 3rd and 15, man-to-man coverage. They're doubling a receiver at Bavaro. Play action, Sims going deep, nothing there. He tried to hit Bobby Lee Johnson, incomplete. Oh, such a promising drive comes for naught as Sean Landetta will punt for New York. Giants fans moan and groan. Colsey back to receive around his 5. Lentetta trying to pin them back. Oakland lets it roll, rolls out of bounds at the Raider 5. Good job by Sean Lentetta. Once again, Kenny Stabler and the Oakland Raiders 76 offense will start in the shadow of their own end zone. Stabler under center, Davis and Garrett your split backs, Branch, Biliknikov the wideouts, Casper's the tight end. Casper, you can see that -1 because the more you use a receiver or any player than they actually were used in that season, their results start to go down a little bit. Doesn't mean you can't still use them, it's just the results go down. Here we go, 1st and 10, Giants, standard set, doubling Branch. Davis on the carry. Clarence Davis picks up 3.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
Clipping. Offense.
It's going to be half the distance to the goal line, clipping on the Raiders. A little pushing and shoving by both teams. So now it's 1st and 12 from the Oakland 3. Banaszak, Van Eegen in the backfield. Giants looking for Van Eegen. Van Eegen gets the carry. Struggles for 2. 2nd and 10 from the Oakland 5. I formation. Giants soft coverage looking for Van Eegen on the pass. Van Eegen gets the carry. He finds a small crease. Runs into Howard. Picks up 3. 3rd and 7. What will the Raiders do here? Ball at the Oakland 7. This is a huge play for the 1986 Giants defense. Van Eegen and Davis are the split backs for Oakland. Branch and Biliknikov, the wideouts. Casper's the tight end. 3rd and 7 from the Raider 8. Stabler looking against man defense. Here comes Kenny Hill on the blitz. Stabler in the pocket. Stabler to Casper on the medium pass. Complete to the ghost. He's off and running. 20. Breaks back across the 30. Now the 40. Brought down by Herb Welch at the 44. 3rd and 7. Stabler to Casper for 36 yards. Ball at the Oakland 44. 1st and 10, I formation for the Raiders. Giants showing blitz, drop back in the pass coverage, juggling Casper, but it's Van Eegen on the carry. Cuts back into the hole. 6 yards before brought down by Elvis Patterson. So what happens there, you see that 96, you're thinking, oh, that's a horrible roll, but the Giants were in the wrong defense, folks. 6 yards for Mark Van Eegen. Van Eegen, 12 for 42. Stabler moving closer to that 300-yard mark. He's got 244, 18 to 24. 21-14 Raiders. 9:28 left in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 4. I formation for Oakland. Ball at midfield. Giants standard man coverage. Lawrence Taylor on the blitz. Banaszak on the carry. Banaszak sweeps left. Nothing there. What pursuit by Lawrence Taylor.
Clipping. Offense.
Oh, another clipping call. More pushing and shoving between these two teams. It's getting chippy and ugly. 15-yard penalty. So from 2nd and 4, it's now 2nd and 19. Raiders go to 3 wide. Biliknikov, Siani, Bradshaw. Casper's the tight end. Jennings is the setback. Stabler under center. Standard defense, doubling Casper. Dalby to Stabler. Stabler looking, throws to Jennings out of the backfield. Flag on the play. Jennings at the 39. Tackled by Carson. It's a gain of 6.
Holding. Offense.
Another penalty on the Raiders. Now do you accept it? I guess you do. So now it's going to be 2nd and 5 miles. 29 to be exact. What will the Raiders do here? I formation. Giants standard defense. King Van Eegen on the pass. Stabler looking to throw. Picked off by Kenny Hill. Picks up 8 yards on the return. Oh, Kenny Hill took the ball right out of Mike Siani's hands. The 2nd pick that Stabler's thrown in this game. The Giants are in business. 1st and 10 at the Oakland 37. And Kenny Stabler, well, he threw 17 interceptions in 1976. So the defense comes up big for the 86 Giants, but Phil Simms has to produce fruit now. 1st and 10 on the Oakland 37. Morris and Galbraith are the backs. Galbraith is a good receiver out of the backfield. The wideouts are Robinson and McConkey. The tight end is Mark Bavaro. Simms under center, number 11. Oakland neutral defense, doubling McConkey. Galbraith gets the call. Galbraith gets the carry. No gain, wrapped up by an angry John Matuzak, who did have a role in one of my favorite movies, The Goonies. Who did John Matuzak play in The Goonies? That is your trivia question for the moment. Who did the Twos play in The Goonies? All right, 2nd and 10 for the Giants at the Oakland 37. Oakland in a deep zone. Simms flushed in the pocket. Scrambling around. Simms looks for Bavaro. Knocked away by Skip Thomas. Bavaro has been corralled. He tried to hit Bavaro deep. And now on 3rd and 10, will the Giants let this opportunity slip out of their grasp? 3, 2, 5, 3, 2, 6. They have 2 more extra defensive backs against this 3 wide out set for the Giants. 3rd and 10. Soft coverage, nickel, doubling Bavaro and Robinson. It's a draw to Joe Morris. Morris will pick up 4.
Flag on the play.
Oh, is it a late hit?
Flagrant face
Oh,
mask.
it's going to be a first down.
Defense.
The Raiders bail the Giants out. Once again, Coach Madden is pulling at his hair. That is an automatic first down.
First down.
15 yards. Oh, what a mistake by the Oakland Raiders. World's Worst Gamer says John Matuzak was sloth in the Goonies. World's Worst Gamer, you are correct. Good job, World's Worst Gamer. That's why we have the best chat. All right, that penalty bails out the 86 Giants. 1st and 10 for the Giants at the Oakland 18 with 7:13 to play in the 3rd quarter. Raiders 21, Giants 14. Morris and Carthon are your split backs. Robinson and Bobby Lee Johnson the wideouts. Bavaro's the tight end. Simms under center. Standard man coverage by the Raiders, doubling Bavaro. It's a give to little Joe Morris. Little Joe Morris has a blocker. Picks up 3. Good job by the Raiders defense, limiting the Syracuse grad to 3 yards. 2nd and 7 for the Giants. Under 7 to play in the 3rd quarter at the Oakland 15. Morris alone set back. 3 wideouts set for the Giants. 2nd and 7, man defense, doubling the receivers. It's a blitz. It's a give to Morris on the blitz, and he runs into the blitzer. Only a yard. 3rd and 6. Boy, the Raiders, they would love to hold the Giants to a Raul Allegre field goal, or better yet, get a turnover. A big 3rd and 6 for New York. With 6:02 and counting in the 3rd quarter, they trail by 7. Giants have Morris and Galbraith in the backfield. McConkey and Manuel the wideouts. Bavaro the tight end. So far, Mark Bavaro only has 1 reception for 5 yards. He's been quite quiet. Can they get to Bavaro here on 3rd and 6? Man coverage by Oakland. Here comes everyone. It's a blitz for the Raiders. Pass to Morris. Incomplete. Simms had very little time, if any. Here, trotting out on the field for a 31-yard field goal attempt is Raul Allegre to try to bring the Giants to within 21-17. Huge field goal attempt here. 31-yard attempt. The snap. The kick is up. It's good. 21-17. So they do get points after the turnover, but not the touchdown to tie the game. 5:51 to play in the 3rd quarter. The 1976 Oakland Raiders 21. The 1986 Giants 17. Allegre to kick off. Back deep for the Raiders, Carl Garrett, Hubert Ginn, a former Patriot, a former Dolphin. Again, we are playing with 2024 rules. Here's the kickoff by Allegre. Garrett at the Oakland 4. Picks up 13 yards. Flag on the play.
Illegal use of hands. Receiving team.
Wow, the Raiders again commit another penalty. Boos from the Raiders fans, half the distance to the goal line. Stabler and the Raiders offense, again in the shadow of their own end zone, 1st and 10 from their 5-eye formation. Van Egan, the up back, Banaszak behind him, Branch and Siani are the wideouts, Casper's the tight end. Standard man coverage for the Giants. Here's Kenny Hill on the blitz. Stabler to throw to Casper, picked off by Herb Welch! He's got some running room! Touchdown! Giants! Stabler goes to Casper, the ghost, one too many times. Herb Welch picks it off. He's in for 6. It's now 21-23 as the Snake is about to be beheaded by the New York Giants defense. That is the 3rd pick for Stabler. Sims has thrown 2. Unbelievable. It is 23-21. They're not going to go for 2, which is smart because this extra point puts them up by a field goal. The kick is up. It's good. 24-21. So in a span of literally, 30 seconds, the Giants put up 10 points, a field goal, then a pick 6 by Herb Welch. And the tide of battle has turned here at the Oakland Coliseum. The 1986 Giants 24. The 1976 Raiders 21. 5:35 to play in the 3rd quarter. Allegre to kick off once again. Jennings and Ginn back deep for the 76 Raiders. Jennings at the 3. Heads up field. Met at the 34. The ball comes loose. It's a mad scramble. Who's got it? Can the Giants get it again? The Giants have it! The officials are discussing whether it was a fumble or not. This is a huge call. Kenny Hill recovered for the Giants. They're saying no fumble. Bill Parcells is saying bullshit. And some other explicitives that I cannot say on the channel. But it starts with an F. There's a U in there. And a C-K-I-N-G. Whoa, Nelly. So the Giants almost get another turnover that would have gave them great field position. John Madden. Bill Parcells. They are a Milk of Magnesia commercial right now, or Tums, because they have an upset stomach for sure and agita. Where's the Brioski when you need it? Or Brish. All right, so Stabler, boy, things aren't going well for Kenny right now. 1st and 10 for the Raiders, I formation, ball at their 34. They now trail by 3. Standard coverage for the Giants. Branch is doubled. Stabler looking to pass. Looking for Casper. Incomplete. The Giants say we have read your book and we understand it now. 2nd and 10. For the Raiders at the 34. Parcells with an extra defensive back. They're doubling Branch and Casper. Van Egan on the carry. Mark Van Egan continues to plow forward. Picks up 4. Makes it a much more manageable 3rd and 6 for the Raiders at their 38. Van Egan and Davis are your split backs. Branch and Siani, the wideouts. Casper, a tiring Casper, the tight end. A big 3rd and 6 for Stabler in the offense. It's a blitz by Kenny Hill. It's a handoff to Davis. Davis has a seam, but Martin makes a hell of a tackle. Oh, it looked like Davis was going to go a long, long way, but George Martin, what a tackle. 4th and 1. It was a 5-yard gain. The Raiders are complaining about the spot, but Davis' knee was down, and Ray Guy will punt to Phil McConkey. McConkey setting up around the 15.
Flag on the play.
Uh-oh. It's a high punt. McConkey signals for the fair catch at the 18 of the Giants.
Holding. Offense.
I would decline this. Let's see what they do. Crazy stuff can happen. Prior to the possession, 10-yard penalty. And the Giants will decline. They'll take the ball at the 18. Crazy stuff can happen on punts. So the Giants up by 3. The 1986 Giants 24. The 76 Raiders now trail at 21. 3:53 left in the third quarter. What a game. What a game using 2nd and 10 football. Sims under center. 3 wide out set. Robinson, McConkey, Manuel. The tight end is Bavaro, who hasn't done much of anything in this game, and Morris is the setback. Raiders playing soft, doubling Bavaro. Sims looking to throw to Manuel. Broken up by Jack Tatum, one of my least favorite human beings of all time. 2nd and 10 for the Giants from their 18. They stick with the 3 wide set. 2nd and 10. Oakland standard zone extra defensive back. Sims hands it to little Joe Morris. Morris breaks free. He picks up 10 yards. He's close to that first down. They're going to measure.
First down.
First down. He's got it. A good run by the Syracuse grad, little Joe Morris. 3:04 left in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Giants at their 28. Morris and Carthon are your backs. Robinson and Manuel are the wideouts. Bavaro's a tight end. He's been quiet. Neutral defense for the Raiders. Doubling Bavaro. Sims back to pass. Sims to throw. Tries to throw into double coverage. Willie Hall jumps the route. Tips the pass away. Oh! Willie Hall was thinking pick 6. 2nd and 10. That was a risky pass to the sideline to Mark Bavaro, who was doubled. Willie Hall thought he was just going to put the Raiders in front, couldn't hold on to it. 2nd and 10, 2:55 to play in the third quarter. Giants go 3 wide, Morris the setback. Raiders with 2 extra defensive backs. They're in a 3-2-6. Deep zone for Oakland. Morris will get the carry. Morris cuts right. Picks up 6. That's going to make it 3rd and 4. Nice cutback by little Joe Morris. Good blocking by the Giants O-line. Under 2 minutes to play when they snap this ball in the third quarter. 3 wide out set. 3rd and 4. Standard man coverage for the Raiders. Doubling Bavaro. Sims looking for Morris out of the backfield. Little Joe makes the catch at the 40. He has some running room over midfield. It's a 28-yard
First down.
He's brought down by the Raiders defensive backfield. The Giants are on the move as we're coming to a conclusion of the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the 1986 Giants at the Oakland Raiders 38. 24-21 New York. Split backfield of Carthon and Morris. 1st and 10. Raiders, man coverage. Here comes the blitz. They're bringing everyone in the kitchen sink. Morris with the carry. Morris is cut down by everyone. Struggles for 1. What an effort by Morris. It looked like he was going to get stopped for nothing or a loss. Picks up 1. 2nd and 9. Under a minute to play in the third quarter. 3 wide out set. Morris the setback. Ball at the Oakland 37. All-purpose defense for the Raiders. Doubling Bavaro. It's a pass to Bobby Lee Johnson. Complete to Johnson. Fumble! He's hit. He fumbled. Who's got the ball? Who's got the ball? Oh, now they're saying it's incomplete. The Raiders screaming at the Zebras saying it was an effing fumble, but it is incomplete. Another Malox moment for both sidelines. Bill Parcells is puking now. John Manning is vomiting. Tension is high here at the Coliseum, and the smell of puke is disgusting. 3rd and 9 for the Giants from the Oakland 37. I think they're out of Allegre field goal range. Morris the setback. Robinson, McConkey, and Manuel the wideouts. Bavaro, who has been held quiet, the tight end. Extra defensive backs on the field for the Raiders. Willie Hall on the blitz. They're doubling Bavaro. It's a give to Moore. No, it's a play action pass. Can they pick up the blitz? Sims doesn't have time. He avoids the sack. And now they finally get him. Herb McMath on the sack of Phil Sims. That will force the Giants to punt. That will be the last play of the third quarter. Raiders defense comes up huge. Landeta to punt. Neil Colsey around the 5 of Oakland. Landeta will do the honors. Landeta. Great penetration. Nearly blocked. But Landeta gets a good punt off. And there's actually 2 seconds left in the third quarter. 43-yard punt. It rolls into the end zone, though. Touchback. So 2 seconds left. I formation. 1st and 10 from the 20. All-purpose defense for the Giants. Doubling Casper. Banaszak on the carry. Pete will pick up a couple of yards. That ends the third quarter. We switch sides. Go to the final 15 minutes of football here. 1986 Giants 24. The 1976 Raiders 21. We are here at the Oakland Alameda Coliseum. What a football game, folks. Raiders trail by 3, 1st and 10 at their 22. I formation. Garrett the up back, Banaszak behind him. Siani and Bradshaw are the wideouts, and you can see Siani's an E now, and Casper's a D with a -2. That's not bueno. Here we go, 1st and 10. Giants looking good here, up 3. Giants looking for a short pass to Banaszak. Stabler drops back. It's a draw play to Banaszak. Banaszak picks up 2. Actually, nothing. 3rd and 8. No gain. 3rd and 8. Giants look like they're playing a deep zone. 3rd and 8. What will Kenny Stabler do here? He has Brancher Blicknikoff on the field. Play action. Throwing to Casper. Caught by Casper. It's only a gain of 7, and it's 4th and 1. What a tackle by the defensive back, the strong safety on Dave Casper. That saved a 1st down. We'll be back in a moment as Eileen the kitty wants to go upstairs as they set the ball down. Partner, although I love them both. Captain Fantastic gets emotional. Here's the punt by Guy. Phil McConkey back around the Giant 30. It's a good punt by Guy. McConkey signals for the fair catch at the Giant 23. 48-yard punt by Guy. 13:39 left in this game. The Giants 24, the Raiders 21. New York with the ball, 1st and 10 at their 23. What will the Giants do here? It's a run blitz for the Raiders. It's a handoff to little Joe Morris. Morris is hit hard. Breaks the tackle. Then he's hit by Rowe. The ball is loose. Recovered by Willie Hall. Raiders defense. Morris was trying to struggle for extra yards. And then he breaks one tackle, and Dave Rowe leveled him. The ball comes loose. Willie Hall falls on it. The Raiders are in business to the joy and violent jocularity of Raiders fans here at the Oakland Coliseum. Oakland takes over after the fumble by little Joe Morris. 1st and 10 at the Giant 27. As World's Worst Gamer says, it's raining cats and dogs in the press booth. Here's Stabler looking to take advantage of another Giant turnover. Giant soft man coverage. King, Van Egan on the pass. Stabler looking for Van Egan. Van Egan well covered. Stabler throws it away. Good decision by Kenny Stabler. Stabler has thrown 3 picks. Sims 2 picks. What a ball game. I formation, 2nd and 10. Van Egan the up back. Jennings behind him. Giants doubling Branch. Stabler to throw to Casper. It's going to be picked off. Deflected by Pepper, and he picks it off. Pepper Johnson saves the day. gets his hands on it. The ball's bobbled around between him and Casper, but it's Pepper Johnson with the 4th pickoff of Ken Stabler. More Maalox moments for John Madden. Oh my God, the defense coming up huge for both teams. Back-to-back turnovers. Lamore's fumble, and now Stabler throws his 4th pick. Giants 1st and 10 at the 18. Will they give it to Little Joe? Oakland showing blitz, then drops back into a deep zone. Medium pass to McConkey, broken up by Butch Atkinson. Atkinson was looking to waylay McConkey, lay him to waste. 2nd and 10 for the Giants. Ball at their 18. Morris and Galbraith are the backs. It's a split backfield for New York. Deep zone. Flat pass to Galbraith. Galbraith has it at the 17. He's got some running room.
First down.
It's a 10-yard gain for Tony Galbraith before the Raiders corral him and bring him down near the sidelines. Galbraith dangerous out of the backfield. Sims has used him. 1st and 10 for the Giants at their 28. Under 13 to play in this football game. Oakland in neutral defense, doubling Johnson. Sims under pressure. Sims sacked by Monty Johnson. He's lucky to hold on to the ball. An angry Monty Johnson really tried to decapitate Phil Sims. Loss of 10, 2nd and 20 for the Giants from their 18. Morris the setback. 3 wide out set for New York. Robinson, Johnson, McConkey. Rivaro has been silent. He's the tight end. Raiders have done an excellent job on him. Looking for Morris out of the backfield on the pass. Sims looking to McConkey. McConkey makes the catch at the 29. Brought down at the 30. Gain of 12. It's going to make it 3rd and 8. Under 12 to play in this football game. On the field quickly comes Carthon. So it's Morris and Carthon in the backfield. On 3rd and 8. Can they connect with Barbaro here? 2 deep zone for the Raiders. Extra defensive back. Morris gets... No, it's a play-action fake! Sims is going to throw! Sims is under duress! Sims scrambling! And Sims gets to the outside! Pushed out of bounds by Willie Hall! Tremendous pressure by the Raiders will force a Sean Landetta punt. Neil Colsey might have an opportunity to return this. Will the Raiders come after it? The ball is snapped. It's a big rush! Landetta gets it away. It's an excellent punt. Good job by Landetta. Colsey fields it. Picks up 8 yards on the return. A 53-yard punt by Landetta. Holy cow. 10:48 left in this football game. 76 Raiders 21. They trail the Giants by 3. The 86 Giants 24. Stabler had a hell of a first half and a miserable second half, pretty much. Stabler, 19 of 30, 251. 3 touchdowns, 4 picks. Sims, 13 of 29, 221, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. It's been a turnover palooza. Let's go to recap. Turnovers. Oakland has turned the ball over 4 times, the Giants 3 times. Back to the game. 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their 24. I formation. Giants man-to-man coverage. Looking for Van Egan on the pass. Stabler to throw to Casper. Short out. Complete to Casper. Casper tackled by Patterson. Gain of 13.
First down.
First down for Oakland. Trail by 4. Dave Casper, 8 receptions, 103 yards, and a touchdown. 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their 37. Davis and Garrett are the backs. Stabler under center. Giants in a deep zone. Davis with the handoff. Davis struggles, but picks up 3 yards. 2nd and 7 for Oakland. I formation. Biliknikov being doubled. Carl Garrett on the carry. Tough run by Garrett for 5 yards. That will bring up a huge 3rd and 2 with under 9 to play in this football game. Is it 4-down territory at this time? Ball at the Oakland 45. Van Egan the up back. Banaszak behind him. It's I formation. Branch and Biliknikov the wideouts. Casper the tight end. Casper is exhausted. Standard defense.
Flag
Doubling
on the
cat.
play.
Oh, false start. Oh, Banaszak gets the carry. Banaszak gets a 1st down. That's going to be on the defense, I think.
Offsides. Defense.
They'll decline. First down. Raiders.
First
They
down.
declined the penalty. Banaszak picked up 5 anyway. 8:20 left in the football game. Take care, Andrew RW603. Thank you for stopping by. Here we go. I formation for the Raiders. Ball at midfield. Run blitz for the Giants. Stabler back in the pocket. He's going to throw. Quick toss to Casper. Complete to Dave Casper. Casper makes a nice run. Picks up 9 yards. 2nd and 1. Raiders on the march. Ball at the Giant 41. I formation again. Standard defense for New York.
Flag on the play.
Oh, flag on the play.
False start. Offense.
False start on the Raiders. Another penalty on the silver and black. 5-yard penalty makes it, instead of 2nd and 1, 2nd and 6. Ball pushed back to the Giant 46. Remember, Earl Mann can tie it with a field goal, but the Raiders want to go ahead. I formation for Oakland. Man defense for the Giants. Kennard coming on the blitz. It's a give to Pete Banaszak. Banaszak busts through. Sally hits him hard, but he holds onto the ball. Gain of 4. 3rd and 2. A huge 3rd and 2 for the Raiders at the Giant 42. Under 7 to play in this football game. The 86 Giants 24. The Oakland Raiders 21. They are not in Earl Mann field goal range, that's for sure. I formation. Van Egan the up back. Banaszak behind him. Branch and Biliknikov the wideouts. Casper the tight end. He is tired. Giants in a neutral defense, doubling Casper. Van Egan on the run. Van Egan gets to the outside. They're going to measure. He's close. I think he's short. Yes, he is short. The Raiders offense stays on the field with about 6 minutes to play. 4th and inches. 2 tight ends set for Oakland. I formation. Biliknikov is the only wideout. Carl Garrett's the up back. Banaszak's behind him. I think they're going to give it to Pete. Looks like the Giants are playing short yardage. They're up in the box. They're keying Banaszak. Banaszak gets a carry. He is tripped up by Lawrence. What a play by LT number 56. Leaping over the blockers and crushing Pete Banaszak. Change of possession goes to the Giants with 6:05 to play. The Coliseum crowd is stunned. The 86 Giants 24, the 76 Raiders 21. Giants look to run clock here. Standard zone for Oakland. Sims gives it to Maurice Carthon, the fullback. Carthon quickly hits the middle. He's into the secondary. Tripped up by Monty Johnson in pursuit.
First down.
I believe that was Maurice Carthon's first carry of the game, and it is a huge one. Yes, first carry for 15 yards. About 5 to play. Will the Giants keep it on the ground? It's a run blitz by the Raiders. Carthon with the carry. Tries to bounce outside. Brought down by Matuzak at the line of scrimmage. No gain, 2nd and 10. Under 5 to play. Ball at the Oakland 43. Giants up by 3. Oakland neutral defense. Keying Morris on the run. Sims drops back to pass. It's a draw to Carthon. Carthon only picks up 1. Raiders quickly react to that. 3rd and 9. About 4 to play in this football game. 3 wide out set now. Johnson, McConkey, Manuel. Bavara's the tight end. He's been quiet. Bavara's been held to 1 reception for 5 yards. The Raiders have really concentrated their defensive effort around Mark Bavara. 3rd and 9. Raiders with 2 extra defensive backs. They look like they're playing either a soft or a deep zone. Oakland playing soft. Doubling Bavara and Johnson. Morris, play action fake. Sims to throw to Bavaro. Broken up by Mike Renfeld. 4th and 9 with 4:12 to play in the football game. Lendetta will try to pin the Raiders in the shadow of their own end zone. Will the Raiders come after it on 4th and 9? Neil Colsey at his 5. Lendetta. The snap. The kick. It's in the air. It's a good-looking punt. trying to pin them deep. The ball is down at the Oakland 5. Good job by the Giants. 4:05 left in this football game. It has been an epic. The 86 Giants 24, the 76 Raiders 21. The Raiders will have to go 95 yards to take the lead, or I think to really get a good field goal opportunity, get to the 20 at least of the Giants. 1st and 10, I formation. From the shadow of their end zone, Stabler hands it to Banaszak. Banaszak brought down by Pepper Johnson. Only a gain of 1, 3:30 to play in this football game. 2nd and 9, Stabler against an extra defensive back. They're keying Van Egan and Casper. Stabler looking to pass. Stabler moving around, sends it deep to Casper, broken up by Perry Williams. 3rd and 9 from the Raiders 6. Giants go nickel. 3-3-5. Van Egan and Banaszak are your running backs. Branch and Biliknikov the wideouts. Casper the tight end. He's been overused. Giants soft coverage, doubling Biliknikov and Branch. Looking for Casper. Casper makes the catch at the 16. Struggles for a few extra yards. Gain of 9. They're bringing the chains out. It is short. Oh my Lord, it is short. The Raiders are going to punt with 2:43 left. 4th and inches. Remember, they were stopped on the prior drive by a tremendous play by number 56, Lawrence Taylor, the man they call LT, when he crushed Banaszak, leaping over the blockers and bringing him down. So Ray Guy to punt. Wow. No matter what, the Giants should have excellent field position. Phil McConkey to do the honors for the Giants. Here's the guy punt. It's still sailing. McConkey fields it at the Giants 41. He picks up a block, finds an opening over the 40, crosses midfield. Finally knocked out of bounds at the Oakland 41. A great return by Phil McConkey of 28 yards. The Giants are in business. I don't know. I mean, 4th and inches in tournament play, I get it. You're on your own side of the field deep, but you gotta go for it there, I think. Now the Giants just need to hold on to this football. Morris and Carthon are the backs. Ball at the Oakland 41. Run blitz for Oakland. Morris gets the carry. He's fumbled once. And he's going to get smothered under by the Raiders defense. Loss of 2. Oakland uses their first timeout. 2:25 left in the game. 2nd and 12. What will Sims and the Giants do here? Standard coverage by Oakland. Keying Morris on the pass. It's a throw to Manuel. Incomplete. Excellent coverage on Lionel Emmanuel by Butch Atkinson. 3rd and 12. This is huge here. Giants go 3 wide. Robinson, Johnson, Manuel. Bavaro again. 1 reception, 5 yards. Held in check to say the least. Morris a setback. 3rd and 12. Raiders need to hold. Oakland man coverage. Nickel defense. Tatum on the blitz. Bavaro being doubled. They give it to Moore. Oh, Nelly, there's a flag on the play.
Illegal use of hands. Offense.
They'll decline it. Hendricks wrapped up Morris for nothing. The Raiders will get the ball back. 4th and 10. Now Lendetta will try to pin the Raiders deep. The Raiders have 2 timeouts. Most likely, they'll either have it at their 20 or inside their 10. Colsey cozying up around the Oakland 5. Lendetta really needs to pin them back if you're a Giants fan. The punt rolls dead at the Oakland 11. The Raiders 65 yards away from a possible tying field goal with 2:04 left in the game and 2 timeouts. We'll set the stage in a moment. Van Egan and Davis are your running backs. Branch and Biliknikov your wideouts. A tired Dave Casper. You can see he's at a -6 and an F rating now. At tight end, Stabler. Can he mount a comeback? Had a hell of a first half. Not so good in the second half. 22 of 34, 281, 3 touchdowns, 4 picks. Sims, 13 of 31, 221, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. In our first game of our quarterback tournament. Giants playing a deep zone, it looks like. Deep zone for the Giants. Stabler to throw. He's flushed from the pocket. Stabler is sacked by Jerome Sally. Loss of 5, 2-minute warning. 2nd and 15. Oakland at their 6. 1:57 left. Giants standard man coverage doubling Van Egan and Casper. It's a pass to Van Egan. Broken up by Terry Kennard. 3rd and 15. 1:50 to go. What can Stabler do here? Giants in a deep zone. Stabler rolls. Stabler throws, looking for Davis. Davis makes the catch at the 9. Davis nailed by Kennard. At the 15.
Timeout, offense.
Gain of 9, but that leaves 4th and 6. Raiders use their 2nd timeout, and they have to go for it. This is the game. Banaszak the setback. Branch, Biliknikov, and Bradshaw the wideouts. Casper the tight end. 4th and 6. Stabler against a zone coverage. Stabler looking to throw. Stabler! It's Biliknikov on the slide pattern!
First down.
Gain of 16! Stabler goes over 300 yards now. Oh, Biliknikov just flying down the sidelines. Picks up the first down, out of bounds, gain of 16. I believe that was 4th and 6. The Raiders stay alive, but there's only 1:31 left. 3 wide out set for the Raiders. Giants in a deep zone, guarding the sidelines. The pass is to Biliknikov, complete to Freddie. Steps backwards, goes out of bounds. Stabler was hit hard on the play. He's a bit groggy. Oh my Lord. He says he's fine. There's a gain of 6, 2nd and 4. 1:23 left, ball at the Oakland 37. Giants in a zone. Extra defensive back, playing the sideline. Stabler in the pocket, lots of time. To Van Egan. Tipped away by Hill. Excellent anticipation by Hill. 3rd and 4. Giants in the zone again. 3 wideouts for the Raiders. Stabler. To Branch, nothing there. 4th and 4. They have 1 timeout left. This is it. Stabler, under center. 3 wide out for Oakland. Giants soft coverage. Doubling Branch and Casper. Stabler, looking towards the sideline. Taylor breaks it up. Turnover. Try to hit Casper to the outside, but once again, LT, number 56, Lawrence Taylor comes through for the Giants, and I would just kneel on this ball. The Raiders only have 1 timeout. Sims takes a knee. Raiders use their last timeout. This ball game is over. Phil Sims will advance. The 76 Raiders are out. And that's the ball game. What a game. Raiders fans are in shock. Kenny Stabler is out of the quarterback tournament, and so are the 76 Raiders. Phil Sims and the 1986 Giants advance. Most valuable player? Herb Welch, the pickoff that put the Giants ahead to stay. 24-21. Stabler, 25 of 41, 312 yards, 3 touchdowns, but 4 interceptions. Little Joe Morris was the leading rusher in the game, 15 carries, 62 yards. He also fumbled. Dave Casper, exhausted at the end, 10 receptions, 120 yards, 1 touchdown, 36 was his long. So there you have it. Let's quickly look at the stats, just quick. Morris, again, 15 for 62. Sims, 5 for 11. Carthon had that huge 15-yard run, 3 for 16. Mark Bavaro, the Raiders said he wasn't going to beat him, and he sure didn't. Only 1 reception, 5 yards. Robinson had 2 touchdown receptions. Morris had 4 receptions out of the backfield for 71 yards. As we noted, Stabler threw for 312, 3 touchdowns, 4 picks. Van Egan, 14 for 47 on the ground. Touchdown tosses to Casper, Biliknikov, and Branch were not enough for the 1976 Raiders. They are eliminated and out. 1986 Giants advance 24-21 over the 1976 Raiders. So Phil Simms in the quarterback tournament, and again, it's a whole team effort, but it's a quarterback tournament, defeats Kenny Stabler and the Raiders. I'd like to thank World's Worst Gamer. As he says, you throw four picks, you don't deserve to win. You're correct. Cutter Historical, please check out and subscribe to that channel. Andrew RW603 was here for most of it, but then left, and you'll check the rest out later, so thank you very much. Arquan 1976 was hoping for an Alcoa presents fantastic finish. Almost had it, but not. And Philip Reynolds. So thank you, one and all. Stay safe, be smart, treat people the way you want to be treated. God bless, I love you all. And peace!